real dead end. Do you need someone to hold the night to you? Can you still tell the difference between the two? Well, sometimes you gotta let it go. Sometimes you gotta let it show. Don't you worry about nothing, don't worry about you. Sometimes you gotta let it go. All the ghosts and silhouettes still running around your head. You still thinking about everything you wanted to be, never really had the time to...
Hi everyone, I'm Noreen Springstead. I'm WhyHunger's Executive Director, and I'm delighted to welcome you to this year's annual WhyHunger Kickoff Concert and Ruckert Gathering. Every year during Hungerthon, Joe Durso and a group of talented musical friends come together to celebrate the life and legacy of Harry Chapin and his commitment to ending hunger. This year, we're doing it virtually. But the power and the passion behind this event live on, even through a screen. As you're probably aware, we're in the middle of a major hunger crisis, and WhyHunger has been working around the clock since March to connect families in need to nutritious food and invest in lasting solutions to hunger across America. This year, we're on track to serve more than 1 million people in need of food, and we've provided them with critical support for the food banks, pantries, farmers, and food workers on the front lines of this struggle. As you enjoy tonight's music, please consider making a donation by clicking on the link provided on the screen. 100% of your donation will be matched, and your contributions are needed now more than ever. I also invite you to visit hungerthon.org to check out this year's collection of celebrity merchandise and other gifts that give back, including items from Billy Joel and John Lennon. On behalf of all of us at WhyHunger, I want to offer special gratitude to Joe Durso and all the musicians performing tonight: Jen Chapin, Willie Nile, Noel, Paul, Stookey, Tom Chapin. And now, it's my great pleasure to introduce you to tonight's host and my good friend, Joe Durso.
Hi, I'm Joe Durso, and welcome to the annual WhyHunger Hungerthon Kickoff Concert and Ruckert Gathering. This tradition started years ago as we would have a fantastic concert in a small chapel on the Upper West Side of New York City. Prior to that concert, we would gather upstairs at WhyHunger board member Ann Ruckert's apartment, and every room was filled with laughter, love, good vibes, wine, and food. People with alive hearts and minds, as Pete Seeger and Harry Chapin would say. After Ann's passing, I started hosting the dinner gathering here at my home, with concerts following at various local churches, schools, even my barn in my backyard. I decided to name the dinner portion of this event the Ann Ruckert Gathering, in honor of our dear friend, and another tradition began. We always make sure there's a toast to Ann, as well as WhyHunger World Hunger Year co-founders, the legendary Harry Chapin, as well as my personal hero in life, Bill Ayers. This is the first virtual concert, and I hope it's a tradition that will only last 1 year, just once. I look forward to gathering again in person, but until then, we do what we can do. You will see a donation link at the bottom of your screen. Please know that every donation you make, the dollar amount will be matched by the fine folks at Cause. Myself and the entire WhyHunger family is extremely thankful to Cause for their support. I also have to personally thank WhyHunger board member Bob Wolk for his extremely generous donation, which allows a full underwriting of this production, with the majority of that donation going directly to WhyHunger for its work against hunger, poverty, and its lifelong mission of achieving social justice for all. With what's going on in the world these days, with COVID and everything else, there's 20 to 30 million more people in America who don't know where their next meal is coming from. So this year is even more important than all the other years, and hopefully one day we won't have to do this. Hopefully one day we will get it all in order. But till then, sit back and enjoy. Joining me today, this is a great group of folks, will be the Prince of New York City, Willie Nile. From Peter, Paul, and Mary, the legendary and super kind soul, Noel Stookey, longtime WhyHunger board member, activist, educator, and force to be reckoned with, Jen Chapin. And for many years, the kind, guiding folk force of WhyHunger, a man who I have extreme respect for and who I'm honored to call a friend, and who each year at our WhyHunger Chapin Award dinners, when I got to do the voice of God, I got to always say, please welcome 3-time award-winning singer-songwriter, Tom Chapin. We're going to perform in a songwriter circle. So I'm going to go first, then to Tom, Jen, Noel, Willie, and we'll go around a few times. So sit back, enjoy. Thanks for tuning in. And here we go. Let's start it up. All right. Not only is Tom Chapin award-winning, I meant to say Grammy Award, 3-time Grammy Award-winning. I'll make sure I get that right. All right, so this is a song that only could be written with what we're all going through. Just some little fun nonsense, not to go crazy. Here we go. Well, I woke this morning about 10:30, a respectable time for non-working men. Made some coffee, read the morning news, but it was the same as yesterday, made me confused. Turn on the radio, they had the same things to say. That's daily living when it's Groundhog Day. I gathered myself and I walked through the house. Not a creature was stirring, not even that mouse. My wife and kids seemed to be gone and out of sight. Then I heard daily lessons from earbuds of white, staring at computer screens the new virtual way. That's daily living when it's Groundhog Day. I have so much time on my hands, I can't get anything done. I could learn any instrument under the moon and sun. Was always looking for a little downtime, as they say, but I'm wallowing in my freedom of choice now that it's Groundhog Day. Maybe one day I'll be back on that stage like a wild animal released from its cage. I'll look out and see a sea of smiling faces, not one single mask, no sanitizers by the cases. And music will ring loud from cities to the bay, but for right now it's just a dream as it's Groundhog Day. Yeah, music will ring out from San Francisco to New York City, but right now it's just Groundhog Day. I have so much time on my hands, I can't get anything done. I could learn any instrument under the moon and sun. Was always looking for a little downtime, as they say, but now I'm wallowing in my freedom of choice now that it's Groundhog Day. Well, I woke this morning about 10:30, yeah. Woke this morning about 10:30, yeah. Woke this morning about 10:30, yeah. I woke this morning. All right, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce longtime WhyHunger board member and just a great person. Everyone, Tom Chapin.
Here's a song my friend John Forster and I wrote. We were working on one of the family recordings and we're trying to do a song about the melting pot that is America. Well, it didn't go well for a couple of days, and then third day John comes in and says, I think we're using the wrong metaphor. How about a salad bowl? I said, a salad bowl? You mean like we're vegetables? And he says, yeah. And I said, yeah. They call my town a melting pot, like a stew or a casserole. But we are not a melting pot. My town is a salad bowl. I appreciate this family of mine. We're tomatoes from a long and sturdy vine. And though we're juicy, flavorful, and sweet, we're not the only veggies on the street. My town is a salad bowl. It's full of delicious things, and the flavor that each thing brings delicifies the whole. My town is a salad, town is a salad, town is a salad bowl. You can help that part. My town is a salad, town is a salad, town is a salad bowl. My closest buddy calls herself a cuke, but also says she's got a lot of zook. Cuke, zook, whatever, it's a wash. She's just my friend, I love her like a squash. The spinach family's very, very shy. They don't yet speak the language, but they try. Some folks find the chili peppers hot, but get to know them, you could learn a lot. My town is a salad bowl. It's full of surprising things, and the flavor that each thing brings surprise-ifies the whole. Yep. My town is a salad, town is a salad, town is a salad bowl by yourself. One of the Bostons married an iceberg. They're bringing their kids up romaine. The Sprouts don't approve, they threaten to move, so we sing them this catchy refrain. My town is a salad, town is a salad, town is a salad bowl. The onion refugees live with the chives, who are helping them start over with their lives. The shallots and the leeks are helping too, 'cause the scallions helped them out when they were new. We're so assorted and so imported, there is no way of melting us down. But different scenes for different greens, our differences strengthen our town. My town is a salad, town is a salad, town is a salad bowl. A salad, of course, gets tossed, but none of the tastes get lost. The thing that makes you unique, uniqueifies the whole. My town is a salad, town is a salad, town is a salad bowl again. My town is a salad, town is a salad, town is a salad bowl. Last chance. My town is a salad, town is, my town is a salad bowl.
Thanks, Tom. It's such an honor to be part of this lineup that features the best in musical artistry and storytelling and compassionate storytelling, and also people who are change makers in other realms as well. One of the many small pleasures of my life has been working with Tom for decades and on the board of WhyHunger. And just knowing sometimes the conversation might get off the rails, passions might get inflamed, grandstanding might take us off topic, and Tom just always cuts to the chase, gets us back to the task at hand, and I'm always so proud of him in so many ways, and so blessed to have him as my uncle. So that was already a long intro, and here's another one for this song, which is called Feed My Baby. And it's a song that speaks to the stories, the snapshots of the people that we've now come to know as essential workers, but people who work in our food system, more often than not immigrants, people who are bringing agroecological wisdom and a real connection with the earth to work that is so often unrecognized, underpaid. The people who are most likely to be suffering from hunger are the people who actually put food on our tables. So this is a song for them. City shut down, the B-84 was the only good ride to the grocery store. Paycheck goes to the glucose strip. Patience goes to the 95-minute bus trip. 30-hour week, I wish they'd give me more, and I wonder what it's all for when I can't feed my baby no more. Worry, worry, work and cry. Full warm breast goes limp and dry. Wilted leaves still rise too high, too hard to feed my baby. Grandma grew her yams in the yard. In the Carib sun, child, it's not so hard. But you traded that sun for the cold and the cash. Strong hands picking up office trash. You never dig dirt with a new green card, but her fingers still ache for the yard now that feeding her baby's so hard. Worry, worry, work and cry. Full warm breast goes limp and dry. Wilted leaves still rise too high, too hard to feed my baby. Junk food minefield on the TV. Dinner time battle, him against me. Change the channel, try not to see. Starvation, still starvation in the 21st century. Worry, worry, work and cry. Full warm breast goes limp and dry. Wilted leaves still price too high. Red raw fingers fill the sack. Read the trailer, you send them back. Silos rotting, still I lack enough to feed my baby. It's tough to feed my baby. It's no exaggeration to say that this next performer is a legend, and I had the honor of working with Noel Stookey last week. We were part of an event Another collaboration with Noel's wonderful daughter, Liz, with whom he's founded an amazing organization called Music to Life that is doing just what we're doing now, bringing artists together to help them foster social change through music. And, it's a testimony of the caliber of a person to see what kind of butt kickers a man's daughters turn out to be. And I've gotten to see both Liz and Kate Stookey in action, and they are no joke. So for that alone, hats off to Noel Stookey.
Oh boy, we're gonna do a sing-along. Yeah. And in case you don't know the words, when it's your turn to sing, I'm gonna put them right about here. Okay, so you're probably familiar with this first verse. Just to practice on, we can do this one. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. No, see, I put the words up there and then you're supposed to sing the same thing, okay? Want me to sing with you the first one? Okay. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy. Was he? That was good. Okay, now we're going to do it with different words. They're still going to be up here, okay? Ready, here we go. Busy Izzy. Busy Izzy works on Monday, except when it follows Sunday. Busy Izzy isn't. Busy Izzy isn't. Busy Izzy isn't very busy. Izzy. Words are funny things, you know. You sing them fast, you sing them slow. And there are places you can go where only words can take you. Like down to the bottom of the sea. This one's squishy fishy, right? Squishy fishy's tail is tough. Squishy fishy's scales are rough. Squishy fishy isn't. Squishy fishy isn't. Squishy fishy isn't very squishy, is she? Words are funny things, you know. You sing them fast, you sing them slow. And there are places you can go where only words can take you. Like to a stuffed animal zoo. Remember that first verse? Let's do it together. Here we go. And Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy. Was he? Words are funny things, you know. You sing them fast, you sing them slow. And there are places you can go where only words can. One more time. Words are funny things, you know. You sing them fast, you wind them up and let them go. And there are places you can go where only words can take you. Thank you.
Thank you, Noel. Hello, everybody. It's Willie Nile here. I'm happy to be here. It's an honor to support WhyHunger. And thank you all for tuning in and your generosity. Much appreciated. This is a song called Let's All Come Together. Given the times that we're in, I think it's kind of fitting anyway. This is called Let's All Come Together. Whoa, 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 hey, hey, oh yeah. Whoa, 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 hey, hey, oh yeah. From the bowels of New York City to the streets of East LA, the poverty ain't pretty, the hunger it ain't hay. Some say it isn't true, some just don't believe, but it's far better to give than it is to receive. Let's all come together, let's make this bad news better. Let's all come together right now. Let's do it now or never, let's make it last forever. Let's all come together right now. From the Appalachian Trail to Washington, D.C., there are even broken hearts in the hills of Beverly. Now some may want to fight and some will go to war, but after all these centuries, who even knows what for? Let's all come together, let's make this bad news better. Let's all come together right now. Let's do it now or never, let's make it last forever. Let's all come together right now. Whoa, 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 hey, hey, oh yeah. Whoa, 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 hey, hey, oh yeah. From the richest of the rich to the poorest of the poor, with the planet heating up, people reaching out for more. You can read it in the news or watch on CNN. Just look outside your window, 'cause here they come again. Let's all come together, let's make this bad news better. Let's all come together right now. Let's do it now or never, let's make it last forever. Let's all come together right now. Come on people, let's all come together, let's make this bad news better. Let's all come together right now. Let's all come together right now. Let's all come together right now. All right. Thank you. Now, please, I'd like to pass it off to my dear friend, Joe Durso. Give it up for Joe, the one and only Joe, whose heart and soul behind this for so many years, behind so many things. Joseph, I love you. I miss you. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear friend, Joe Durso.
Willie Nile. Alrighty, Willie Nile. This is a new song, and I couldn't have written a song like this without meeting the folks I meet at WhyHunger, through WhyHunger, the people I meet through the Light of Day Foundation and another organization I've been heavily involved with for years. Just so many inspirational folks who are in these situations, who I have no idea what I would do. I hope I wouldn't give up, but I see these people and they, as the song is called, "Gotta Row." I mean, they have no wind in their sails, but they manage to keep going. So I send this out to all those folks who are getting by and just keeping their eye straight ahead, and God bless. I ain't giving up, I'm throwing water over the side, just hoping it's quicker than what's coming in. When you got no wind for yourself, you have to row. You gotta row, gotta row, gotta row. You gotta row. I don't know the answers, barely know the questions. Just doing my best to get through each day in life. But when the sky is dark and there is no wind, you gotta row, gotta row, gotta row. people do. So when you're in down, seems to be only one way out. I ain't giving up, I'm throwing water over the side. Just doing my best to get through each day in life. When you've got no wind for your sails, the sky is dark and there's no wind. You gotta roll, gotta roll, gotta roll. You gotta roll, you gotta roll, gotta roll. You gotta roll, gotta roll, gotta roll. You gotta roll. Keep on rolling now. You gotta roll. Keep on rolling now. You gotta roll. You gotta roll. You gotta roll. Yeah, you gotta roll. All right, once again, the wonderful Tom Chapin.
I did not learn this music at my grandma's knee, but from some old musicians I never got to see. And I know them by their records, their voices, and their songs. I'm blessed to be with you today, to pass the music on. For the good times and the high times, through the suffering and pain, it's the song of generations singing in my veins. I still hear that old time music of good friends now long gone. I am here tonight to pass the music on. Well, you know I'm not traditional and I've never claimed to be, but I come from a tradition that others made for me. They're still alive inside my heart, although they're now long gone. I like to think they trusted me to pass the music on. For the good times and the high times, through the suffering and pain, it's the song of generations singing in my veins. I still hear that old time music of good friends now long gone. I am here tonight to pass the music on. And most of the songs we've got tonight, I must admit I wrote. Others I've learned heart to heart instead of note by note. And now as I grow older and new folk come along, I'll help you out the best I can to pass the music on. Yeah. these songs with some old friends I never will forget. And I've sung them with an audience of folks I've hardly met. So here we are together to celebrate the song. We'll sing and play our part today and pass the music on for the good times and the high times through the suffering and pain. It's the song of generations singing in my veins. I still hear that old time music of good friends now long gone. I am here tonight to pass the music on. I am here today to pass the music on. We are here tonight to pass the music on. Yes, we are friends.
I wrote this song because I got an email from a dad, and he was worried about his daughter, who was a teenager coming out as queer. It's January of 2017, and she felt that her sexual identity was going to put her life in peril given the incoming executive administration. And her dad thought maybe a song written by me, or as he put it, anyone in the Chapin family, might help her feel better. And it did help me feel better. I don't know if it worked for the young woman, but it helped me focus my thoughts, which is so often what songwriting does. And connect this movement, this essential march for human rights, to all of the movements before and after. The secret's out. The secret's out now. And we won't turn back. The secret's out. And we won't turn back. The secret's out now. And we won't turn back. The secret's out forever. It was a secret that was beautiful, a secret that was strong. Holding hands and hiding, pairing wrong to get along. In a world that made love a crime, a sin, a dirty disease. The biggest lie I ever heard is that my love hurts yours, that your commitment might be compromised, because there might be scores of fabulous lovers loving love of every stripe, you of every hue. And we won't turn back. And we won't turn back. And we won't turn back. The secret's out forever. Do you wanna know a secret? Do you wanna know? Do you wanna know a secret? Some of us are born into foundations that just can't contain our souls, and some are sacrificed on the altar of nothing. A girl, a boy, a queen, what does it matter really? It's no concern of yours. My questions are as old as the sea. The answers are not up to you they live within me. The secret's out forever.
Yeah, well, thank you, Jen. Such a pleasure to be with you. And oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of green, purple mountain majesties, above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Did you ever notice when this song is usually performed in large public arenas like the Super Bowl or wherever, they only do one verse? And I wonder if that's not because the following verses are a little time-bound. Well, you know, it's the appropriate response of folk music to bring things to a contemporary head. And so much to the concern of my wife, who thought it was audacious, I wrote 2 new verses to America the Beautiful, and here they are. Oh, nation of the immigrant, the slave, the native son, whose loyal families labor still, that we may live as one. America, America, renew thy founder's call. Let liberty and justice be the right of one and all. Oh, bountiful of forest green, of lake and fertile lands, where seeds of hope are tended by thy sons and daughters' hands. America, America, the earth still calls to thee, where human life and nature strive to live in harmony. You could sing with me now if you want. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of green, for purple mountain majesties, above the fruited plain. America, his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
Thank you, Noel. I'm going to sing a song now called American Ride. It's a song I wrote while thinking about this country. A journey across this country, looking for the good, the bad, and the in-between. I still believe in the dream that is this country. These are hard times now, but it's okay to dream. American Ride. Leaving New York City with a tank of gas. Got my bag, got my guitar, I gotta get out fast. Going across the border to the Jersey Shore, on down to Philly where they know the score. Pittsburgh, DC, Ohio. Tell me, pretty baby, do you wanna go on an American ride? Heading down to Memphis on the 419, looking for Elvis Presley and the Reverend Green. Passing through Kentucky by the county line, the brothers on the radio sure sound fine. Nashville, Charlotte, say goodbye. We're going out tonight, you and I, on an American ride. So ride, ride, ride with me, baby, come on. Ride, ride, ride with me, baby, come on. These roads can take us coast to coast, from points unknown all the way back home, on an American ride. Rolling by the river down to Baton Rouge, the music in the Delta gonna cure my blues. Jackson, Mississippi, won't you make my day? We're taking 95 down to FLA. Once we hit the Keys, we'll make a toast. Head out west for the California coast, on an American ride. Mobile, Alabama, won't you sing my song? Louisiana, Oklahoma, all night long. Crossing into Texas, don't hesitate. Freedom waits by the Golden Gate. Midnight, the desert, Santa Fe. Utah, Arizona, we're on our way, on an American ride. So ride, ride, ride with me, baby, come on. Ride, ride, ride with me, baby, come on. Where the good, the bad, and the in-between all live together on your TV screen, on an American ride. The moon is on the rise, the country's in disguise. I've got the motor running, babe, that's magic in your eyes. Hit the beach in the LA sun, San Francisco, Carson City, Oregon. Rolling across the plains through the great Siouxland, good a place as anywhere to make our stand. Some might say it's all a dream. Abraham Lincoln, Martin Luther King, rock and roll music, bebop jazz, the unknown soldier giving all he has. From Ellis Island to the redwood trees, your untamed beauty got me on my knees, on my knees, on my knees. On an American ride. Come on, sing along if you can. I can hear you. So ride, ride, ride with me, baby. Come on. Come on, baby. Ride, ride, ride with me, baby. Come on. These roads can take us coast to coast, from points unknown all the way back home. All the way back home. On an American ride. Last time, come on, sing with us, why hunger? So ride, ride, ride with me, baby, come on. Come on, baby. Ride, ride, ride with me, baby, come on. Thank you. All right, Joe Durso, your turn, brother. That's Joseph. Joe Durso, the one and only.
Thank you, Willie Nile. Willie Nile, Willie Nile. So, all right, so virtual world here. So I'm going to play a song here from my last go-round called The Ballad of Townes Van Zandt and Hawkeye Pierce. Came out about 20 years ago on my Rock and Roll Station CD. And it's kind of a strange song because Hawkeye Pierce is a fictional character and Townes Van Zandt was a very real character. But one morning I woke up kind of bleary-eyed and I've been watching a lot of MASH episodes. Hawkeye's always been one of my favorite characters of all time in modern media. And I just imagined him coming back from Korea and Townes would have been a young songwriter and just their paths crossing. So here we go. There was a bottle of whiskey sitting upon a table in a small bar outside of Austin, Texas. And a young songwriter was busy scribbling the events of last night's adventures when a lanky stranger came upon his table and said, "The barkeep says that's his only bottle. Do you mind if I pull up my glass?" The young songwriter was more than happy to share his poison. He hated drinking alone. The lanky stranger poured them both a glass, said the rest was on him. And roads will curve and roads will bend to the point that you're never quite sure will they'll end. And people's paths can cross at any given time. Every choice has a repercussion, no matter how small it may be. The lanky stranger said he'd been on the road since Ike and Mamie had taken the oath. He started in Frisco with the goal of Maine, but Texas was as far as he came. The young songwriter sat there listening as the lanky stranger spun his tale. He kept on alluding to a place called hell that was overrun with gin and geisha girls. And roads will curve and roads will bend to the point that you're never quite sure will they'll end. And people's paths can cross at any given time. And every choice has a repercussion, no matter how small it may be. The evening was growing dark and the bottle running low when the young songwriter asked the stranger where he'd go. The answer was simple and the answer was quick. back to Maine one day to see the white virgin snow. The only snow I've seen this decade was tainted with blood red spots. And now the lanky stranger left one thought of wisdom for the young songwriter. No matter where your road may lead, no matter whose songs you may sing, don't ever let them tell you heaven and hell don't exist. 'Cause I've seen them both, I've been real close, and their reality has blinded me. As the lanky stranger walked off to the north, the young songwriter poured another with the thoughts. The stranger's words still dancing in his head. These are the words that he said. Roads will curve, roads will bend, to the point that you're never quite sure where they'll end. People's paths can cross at any given time. It can end in happiness or tears. This is the ballad of Towns Van Zandt. And hope appears. Oh, 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 oh.
If only fair were everywhere, we'd breathe it in like air, and everyone would share. If only fair were everywhere. If only we'd learn to share our bread, the whole world could be fed. There's plenty here to spare. If only fair were everywhere. Plenty of food, not enough share. Plenty of hurt, not enough care. Plenty of you, there's plenty of me. Not enough we, no, not enough we. If only life was like a game, and the rules were just the same for maid or millionaire. If only fair were everywhere. The world is so big, we're pretty small. Hard to imagine changing it all. But let us begin, let us agree. I'll do unto you, you do unto me. And someday, someday, fair will be everywhere. We'll breathe it in like air, and everyone will share. Oh, someday, someday, when fair is everywhere, fair is everywhere.
Little man, I can see you are not such a mystery to me. Little overflow. I've been thinking about this sad, sad world, about survival, and the one thing you should know is find your joy and let it show. Will you be bumpy like a pine cone? Cover your soft heart, try to be alone. Will you be smooth like sanded timber, wood grain winding, graceful and limber? I've been thinking about this way processed world of authenticity, and the one thing you should know is find your joy and let it show. All the slick faces on the TV, they tell us be fearful. We are warned very soberly. Don't you listen, turn away, turn away. There's a different melody to play. I've been thinking about this sad, sad world, about survival, and the one thing you should know I've been thinking on this fascinating world about survival, and the one thing you should know is find your joy and let it show. Let it show. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to open this next tune with a little nod to Burt Bacharach. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. That's the only thing, that there's just too little love. So let's talk about love with a capital L. When was the last time you heard it spelled with the emphasis in the proper place? Well, let's talk about love in the uppercase. Some might call it Amazing Grace, or the author of Time and Space. But let's talk about love, 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 love. You may recall a situation, a change of heart you hadn't seen, where love's the only explanation for a miracle that sets somebody free. Yeah, let's talk about love with a capital L. Not talking about witchcraft or a magic spell, or hanky-panky in a cheap motel. let's talk about love, 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 love. I'm not saying that I love you any more or any less. I'm just saying that there's more here than we are usually willing to confess. Yeah, let's talk about love, where it all began. Yeah, love, love, love like a master plan. If you believe him, then raise your hand. Let's talk about love, 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 love with a capital L. And speaking of that, how about some more from Willie?
Hello, hello. It's really an honor to be here with these brilliant artists and this great cause and all these good people from WhyHunger. And thank you, all you good people tuning in, supporting WhyHunger. There's a song called The Innocent Ones. I'll dedicate it to all the hungry people going to bed around the world tonight. Elderly, children, and everybody in between. The Innocent Ones. From the center, right out to the edge, miserable and desperate, standing on the ledge. What was on the inside is now completely out. Nothing is for certain, everything's in doubt. I stand up in the sun, everybody sing for the innocent ones. Hey, hey, nowhere left to run, everybody sing for the innocent ones. Stripped completely naked, middle of the night, climbing through the barbed wire, staying out of sight, hiding in the shadows, running from the law. Every time you stand up, you take it on the jaw. I stand up in the sun, everybody sing for the innocent ones. Hey, hey, nowhere left to run, everybody sing for the innocent ones. Yeah. Cry? Can you feel the heartbreak look you in the eye? Can you feel the teardrops crawling down the cheek? Some can hardly stand up, some can hardly speak. I stand up in the sun, everybody sing for the innocent ones. Hey, hey, nowhere left to run, everybody sing for the innocent ones. I said, I stand up in the sun, everybody sing for the innocent ones. Hey, hey, nowhere left to run, everybody sing for the innocent ones. Hey, 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 hey. Thank you. Thank you, and thanks for all the support for WhyHunger. I'll turn it over to Joe Durso. Joe.
That was great. Thanks, Willie. I want to thank everyone for tuning in today and donating. Remember, everything gets doubled by cause, so every one of your donations turns in twice the amount. Thanks for everything, and we'll get through this all. We all will. We'll land in a good spot once again, and then we'll make it better. We have to make it better. So I want to thank Willie Nile, Jen Chapin, Noel Stookey, and to bring this to an ending here, I'm going to hand it off to Tom Chapin, who's been doing this one for many years at a lot of WhyHunger events, and it was a song written for him. And here you go, Tom. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, friends. Been a lovely night. Here's a song that's my brother Harry wrote years ago for my TV show Make-A-Wish on Sunday mornings. And it's become the Chapin anthem we sing at weddings and funerals and concerts and benefits. Help me out. All my life's a circle, sunrise and sundown. The moon rolls through the nighttime till the daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle, I can't tell you why. Seasons spinning round again, the years keep rolling by. Well, it seems like I've been here before, I can't remember when, but I got this funny feeling that we'll all get together again, because no straight lines make up our lives. All these roads have bends, there's no clear-cut beginnings, and so far no dead ends. I found you 1,000 times, I've found you 1,000 times. I guess you've done the same. Then we lose each other, then we lose each other. It's just like a children's game. But as I find you here again, the thought runs through my mind. Our love is like a circle. Let's go around one more time. All my life's a circle, you know it. All my life's a circle, sunrise and sundown. The moon rolls through the nighttime till the daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle, I can't tell you why. Seasons spinning round again, the years keep rolling by. A lot of harmony, the years keep rolling by, and the years keep on rolling by. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you, friends. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon.
WhyHunger is very responsive. It's a very listening ear that says, you know, this is where we all want to go, and what do you think it's going to take to get there?
WhyHunger has stayed with us the whole way. They said, you figure out what you think the issues are and what the solutions are, and we'll do everything we can to help you.
And when there's necessity, like what it happens after Hurricane Maria, you know, WhyHunger was there instantly. And if we are aligned with our principles, we're coming from the same base.
Hunger can feel like an intractable problem, but I'm really hopeful. WhyHunger is really hopeful. We can build a world without hunger and an economy that is inclusive of all people so that we can have broad-based prosperity, free people from poverty, and create a much better world. I am hopeful and determined, and WhyHunger is in a great position to fulfill that promise.
job that's still a real dead end? Do you need someone to hold the night to you? Can you still tell the difference between the two? Well, sometimes you gotta let it go.